What's up, everybody? BlueGabe. Welcome to Okeechobee, Florida. We're going crappie fishing. It's blowing 25 miles an hour and we don't even care because we're going to Georgia in a couple days and we're having a huge Thanksgiving feast at our camp in Georgia, and I'm responsible for bringing the fish. Well, just my luck, a cold front comes and it's blowing. It's gonna be rough and y'all are gonna watch it. First, I gotta show you something that is amazing. So I travel all over Mexico. I travel all over all the place, but Mexico is a place that I truly love, and I love the food. Here in Okeechobee, there is a food truck, and that's it right here. Y'all check that out. This truck is located on Highway 70, right in pretty much downtown Okeechobee. This is the best Mexican food you will ever eat in your life. I wasn't even gonna add this in the video, but you know what? Every time I do food like this, you guys love it. So if you're ever in Okeechobee, going to the East Coast or the West Coast, just traveling, go to this food truck. Are you ready to go fishing?
I am so ready to go fishing.
I hope you brought some more clothes.
I did. I brought a hoodie, a jacket.
Normally we wouldn't crappie fish out of the blackjack, but it's gonna be rough, so we needed the blackjack. Here comes the important stuff though, folks. Look at that right there. I mean, their salsa verde is the bomb. These are flautas. This is like my favorite food.
Did you tell them about your boo-boo yet?
No.
Is it good? It's probably hot, huh?
I don't even want to talk, it's so good. So this is something we ordered last week that we've never seen before. It's a fried
quesadilla.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh, that looks extra good today.
Look at that. Stuffed full of cheese, meat. When I first ordered this, I thought it was going to be a fried tortilla, but it's not. It's like, oh. I've been all over Mexico. Never had food as good as this. I'm gonna be in a food coma. Anyhow, yesterday I decided to try to change the bilge pump on my contender because we have a weather window coming in like 3 days. We're gonna try to run to the Bahamas. Well, my bilge pump went out. I got super frustrated with it and couldn't change it. It's all the way in the back, it's hard to get to. So I went to town, did something, and I came back refreshed, and I wasn't mad anymore. I got in there and I tried to get this pipe off of something, and I couldn't get it, so I put a screwdriver in there, and when I did, you know the silver ring clamps that have the sharp thing, like as you tighten it, went down into my arm, and when I pulled it out, I have never seen that amount of blood. I wrapped it up and I walked inside, and it was draining out of the towel onto the ground, and Jake, he didn't like that. It was bad. I probably should have went and got stitches, but I want to go spearfishing in the Bahamas, and you can't spearfish with stitches, so hopefully it heals in time.
That was a big bite.
I don't even know how to tell you. Look out. Got cheese, lettuce, sour cream.
Are these chicken?
Mm-hmm. You want one? A bite? You want a bite?
Sure.
That's the bomb.
Salsa verde is good too.
This thing right here is hot right now, but I'm gonna be eating this for lunch. My goodness. Right here, that's east. So if you come into Okeechobee, there's the owner right there. If you come into Okeechobee on 70, it's right here next to the Marathon, across from the ARS, and that's where we buy our side-by-sides, ARS Honda dealer. Here comes the owner. Hey, the best food in Mexico, but it's right here in Okeechobee, Florida.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Do a good job. Thank you.
Yes,
Y'all want a little fun fact? You see that pretty big dent and scratch and all these scratches? That's from alligators biting my boat. Yeah. $85,000 bay boat, and I let alligators bite it like a dummy. So if you're ever in Okeechobee and you're wanting to come bass fishing or crappie fishing or pretty much anything to do with the outdoors, Fast Break Bait and Tackle. They have everything. We're about to show you. Hey, good looking. What's your name? You got a boyfriend? You better pick out the right jig because Brad dropped some jigs for me off.
What color?
I
Blue?
can't tell you that. This is a competition.
White. Good morning. Morning.
Y'all, I mean, this is like a Bass Pro, ain't it?
What's going on?
Oh, here's
Hey.
here's the owner. What you grinning about over there?
I want to be on your...
You don't want to be on YouTube? Y'all, they got everything. And most importantly, they got every ACC crappie stick you can think of. Look at that. Let's see what color.
What'd you get? Green? I just went off of like what was mostly gotten. Like this is all that was left of these colors, so I just got these.
Let's go catch some fish. So the funny thing about this crappie fishing that we're going to do, it's jigging. You're gonna see all of it go down, and if you follow along, you've seen us do a bunch of these videos. But if you take 50 of the best guys that jig fish on this lake, each and every one of them will have a different color and a different shape that they like, that they say is the best. But you know, if you follow along, you've seen I've done so many crappie videos with Brad, one of my good friends that owns G3 Outfitters, and he actually just came out with his own design of jigs, and they sell them there at Fast Break. And you can also go onto Facebook and Instagram to Brad's G3 Outfitters. I'll have them both in the link in the description below, and order some of these jigs if you're not around Okeechobee. They're definitely good. I haven't fished since last year. And every year this lake changes, they spray it and hurricanes come, so each year they're in a little bit different, you know, types of areas. Whether they're in trees or pencil reeds or Kissimmee grass, they're always in a little bit different type of stuff. So it's gonna be fun. Crystal can only fish for 2 hours. Then hopefully by the time I have to bring her back, Brad's done doing what he's doing. I can pick him up, and we're fishing till dark today because this is one of my favorite types of fishing, period. I got all day. The kids are with their mom. Then we pick them up tomorrow and hopefully head to the Bahamas. Go to the Bahamas for 3 days, come home for a half a day, and go to Georgia for Thanksgiving. We got a full calendar, folks. But first, we got to go rip some lips.
A few moments later.
So as many of you all know, with boats, they have issues. So we were fixing to take off and the steering will not turn. So Gabe had to go run and get some fluid really quick. Hopefully that fixes the issue and we can still go fishing. Just want to show y'all around really quick. We are at Okeechobee Boat Ramp in Okeechobee, Florida. We do have several bass tournaments that are fished out of here. Let me show you this pavilion. Pavilion's right there. They do several bass tournaments out of there. This building here, it's an old log cabin. That is the old location of Lightsea's Family Restaurant. And actually, when I first moved to Okeechobee, I worked at Lightsea's. It is now located, they moved it over into town. This building was pretty old, so they moved into town. Lightsea's Family Restaurant, though, if y'all are ever around Okeechobee, the food's awesome. But meanwhile, while Gabe is gone, I reckon I will go ahead and rig some rods so we can be ready. Hopefully this fixes the issue and we can go fish. These are the jigs that I picked out. So I've got some gold and some green. We're gonna see how they work. I'm gonna rig some rods. Gabe will be back shortly, put some fluid wherever that fluid stuff goes, and hopefully we can take off and go fishing. That baby's moving now. Thank goodness. We now have steering. Good job, babe.
What a pain in the butt.
Crisis averted. While he was gone, I went ahead and put our ACC crappie sticks together. Then we're gonna tie these jigs on straight to braid. That ain't what we're looking for.
Golly. I'm just trying to figure out what depth they are, and the first thump I get's a dang channel cat. When you haven't crappie fished in a while, that first thump feels real good. When he started pulling, I said, holy mackerel, I got a big old big in the first fish. But we don't need him for the fish fry in Georgia because you already know we can catch all the catfish we want in Georgia. I tied on a pink and green G3 Outfitters jig, and we're gonna go to work. It's gonna be hard to film, it's gonna be hard to do, but we're trying. What is that?
That's the first speck in the boat of the year. What is that? Baby mama.
We just pulled up to this new reed clump. I'm actually gonna hold the camera and try to show you. This is hard on a good day, let alone a windy day. You wanna kiss him? I'm gonna give you a little tutorial. Now you need two hands on the rod to do this the right way. I'm gonna try to do it with the camera. You just wanna drop it down there about 6 inches off the bottom and lightly jig it. When the wind's not blowing, those reeds aren't moving near as bad, so you can get your bait in there easier. But as you can see, it's like getting your jig into a maze. Well, we just fished this whole clump. Now we're gonna move up and fish that clump. We might be stuck eating turkey, folks. There might not be no fish for this fish fry. I don't know if we'll catch one out of that clump right there or not, but dang sure looks good. I love these power poles, the trolling motor and the actual power poles. It'll stop me right here. Right there in that hole, Christelle.
Did you see one?
I know he's there. They're getting the best of us. You can see with this one little remote, I can stop and go with the most ease. I'm fishing with my right hand and controlling the boat with my left. That's priceless. You could not fish like this without this combo.
Oh, get him!
No!
What do we do? No.
Oh,
What are you gonna...
dang it. We're not catching enough to drop him like that. Man. I caught one keeper out from underneath that and then just lost the one you saw me lose. Big old biggin. As y'all can tell, Crystal's no longer on the boat. I done traded her in for G3 Outfitters.
And they're inhaling it. That one.
I can tell you what Brad's done. See, we normally use 10-foot rods, but he brought an 11-foot rod today, and he keeps telling me to power pull down before I can even reach the fish, folks. Look at that big old slab daddy. I mean, he's got a whole foot more reach than me.
To be honest with you, it's actually the 12-footer. I got two more
Two more feet.
I wasn't going to say anything. See how long it took you to catch on.
Well, the last time you told me to power pull down, I'm like, I can't even reach the reeds.
Oh.
That's what you call over the rail and in the pail, folks. Look at that jig right where it's supposed to be. What made you start making jigs?
It's been an idea of mine for a long time, you know, and a lot of these colors, you know, like this right here, I've been using that color since day one, since me and you've been fishing. And I just figured I want my own line of jigs. So what we did, I picked out what I think the 11 best colors around here in Okeechobee. You're using that one right there. I'm using the black and gold. Two totally different colors. Look, they're not going to paint off of it.
I'm telling you.
Probably already caught 50 or 60 fish off that one jig right there.
How many crappie do you think you caught on this lake last year with clients?
Well, I write down every day what I catch. Typically, I'm between 5,500 and 6,300 in a year's time.
A year.
That's from, you know, November through February.
You don't even put a dent on this lake.
No, not even close. Not even close. I think to catch another one right here.
Yeah. If you've never gone crappie fishing before, it's a blast.
Hey, it's down the throat. Your finger to get it out. Definitely a keeper.
Bro, I gotta eat fish for Thanksgiving. He just threw it was definitely a keeper. Brad, we're out here to put fish in the bait well. What y'all don't know is when I went to drop Crystal off to pick Brad up, the Chevrolet dealership, Gilbert Chevrolet in Okeechobee, called and told me that the truck that I've been looking everywhere for came in. So I done went and bought a new truck, picked Brad up, and we're out here. And he turned a legal fish loose. That ain't happening again. I can't even reach the reeds right now. He just said perfect. If you notice, we're both wearing ACC crappie stick hoodies. That's because they make the best crappie rod you will ever use. They're good for cichlids and bluegills. We use them for crappie. Specks, white perch, sac-a-lait. Out of the edge.
That's hooker nailed it.
That wasn't short. Golly. Knock slack in it, folks. Oh. He might be catching more than me, but I'm catching the big mamas. The ones that when you flay them, you only need one to get full. Look at that. Big old beautiful fish. I'll tell you the most interesting thing about crappie fishing out here on Lake Okeechobee is throughout the year, when they start in like late October and they go all the way to March, through those months they will move up in different areas. So if you watch this and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go fish the pencil reeds, well, by the time you get out here, they might be somewhere totally different. That's why a lot of times I push Brad and his charter business, because if you only can come once or twice, it is so much cheaper to go with him because you can catch them every single time you go. And he also offers this new trolling technique now where he puts out like 12 rods with 2 hooks. Holy mackerel, we did it with him last year. It was insane how many we caught. Right now though, since that sun's dropping, him and I haven't fished together in about a year, we're gonna turn this camera off and see y'all back at the house. Gotta go pick up my truck tomorrow, show you Crystal's taxidermist work. Those heads in the last video you saw, she's finishing them up. So we'll catch you back at the house.
Ta-da!
Guess what?
What?
You missed a pretty good afternoon beatdown.
Oh, fishing? I know. How come when you took me, we didn't catch none?
Brad's my secret. Let's walk out here in the sun and show him. If you follow along our last video, Crystal showed you pulling these out of the water, and I'm telling you, what you're seeing right now smells so bad. Well, that went from that to this.
This is like step 5 or 6, but they are officially done.
Yeah, the noses had not, I wouldn't say broke off, but they fall off because right there's a divider. She glues them back on and you'd never know the difference.
They look good. You like them?
I hope I get you about 5 more in Georgia this week.
Yeah, I hope so too.
We gotta go clean some fish. So we've decided, if you know me and if you've ever been around me, my brain runs nonstop. Yesterday we were gonna go to the Bahamas tomorrow. Well, after having boat problems yesterday, and the contender has been giving me a fit with the bilge pumps, which I pretty much got it fixed, I decided the heck with all that, we're gonna go to Georgia because the new riverboat is there waiting. Joe VT Fishing brought it from Venice, Louisiana to Jacksonville. We're gonna pick it up there and take it to Georgia tomorrow. So we're not going to the Bahamas right now. We'll go when we get done with this whole Thanksgiving gig. It's gonna be fun though. We've got a friend of mine that I grew up with that I haven't seen in like 15 years. He's coming and he's bringing some coon traps, and we're gonna do some squirrel hunting, coon trapping, hog hunting, deer hunting. It's probably some frogging, some catfishing. We will have us a good time, I promise you. And I almost forgot. Check her out, boys and girls. Now there's a reason behind this. You notice I kept my Tundra. I love that truck. It's a good truck. I wonder if he caught any crappie. I bet he did. That's a nice truck. But you see how little the bed is? There's no storage inside and the bed's real little. Well, me, Crystal, and the boys travel like crazy. Look how big the bed is on this. Now outside, this truck looks fancy. I bought it from Gilbert Chevrolet, which is just a mile from here. I'm gonna put the link in the description below to my salesman. His name is Albert and he's great. Crystal, come here. You ain't even seen a new truck. Now look, it looks like the nicest truck Chevrolet makes, and it is a nice truck. You know what my favorite part about it is?
What?
It's like an old flip phone inside.
It doesn't have any of the safety features to
Nope.
throw me out the back of the truck?
Look at this, folks. The monitor's about the size of an old cell phone, cloth seats. The only really thing it has is power lock, power windows, has cruise control, doesn't have any of that Bluetooth crap on the steering wheel. As plain Jane of a truck as you can get. Look at that. Uh-oh. Who put that corn in there? Crystal, corning's illegal. We got geared up. We had to buy some new life jackets for the new John boat. The boys some clothes, some corn for the squirrels. But this is what's so cool about this truck. Now, it does have a couple features. There's some USBs down here, but that's it. Cloth, plain Jane, just how I like it. Look at that.
This has what I like about my truck too. These seats fold up and this is all flat.
We can make a bed down there.
So if it is just me and you, we can make a bed and we could fill that whole back.
Well, as short as you are, you can make a bed in the front seat floorboard.
You know, I can just sleep in a ball. I can sleep anywhere.
Yeah.
I like it.
Plain Jane. This truck is a diesel. This is a 2025 Duramax diesel. That's a 2024 Tundra. This truck was $15,000 cheaper than that truck. Now you might be wondering why I kept them both. I'm not going to keep the Tundra for much longer, but I didn't feel like trading it in. I was in a hurry, and I think I can get more out of the Tundra just selling it on my own. I would love to keep it, but y'all ain't got that much money. This would be an expensive second vehicle.
While Gabe and Jake are getting the fish cleaned, I wanted to run over here. My dad lives 2 houses down, and he has a bunch of fruit trees. So I wanted to come over here and check them really quick. We've got a ton of bananas, but it doesn't look like they're ready. I don't know what that is. Oh, don't touch it. It looks gross. Oh, come over here, Luke. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Dang. This brings a new meaning to a bunch of bananas. Holy cow. All right, we have one more fruit tree. This one is not my favorite, but they're okay. We actually had them one time in Panama when we were at Sportfish Panama Island Lodge. We had them there and they squeezed lime juice on them and they were good like that. But this is a papaya tree. See up here, Luke? Those are papayas. This is our lime tree. It's not producing right now. And then Luke and mine, our favorite tree is in the front. and it's not producing right now. It is ready in August. This is a mango tree. Luke, that's our favorite, ain't it?
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, we love some mangoes. Golly, y'all did pile them up.
Listen, we weren't playing around in the hurricane force winds. So one thing I'm gonna do different this time, because we are going to Georgia, I'm gonna save all the bellies for catfish bait. I think it'll work. Right now we can't get much bait unless we're using live bait, and we're not going after flatheads, we'll be going after blue cats. I think these crappie bellies will work good. My mom can make a crappie taste better than any fish you will ever eat. And the cool thing about this week is my mom and my dad's coming, some other good friends. Crystal will be there for a couple days, but then she's going on to Tennessee to see her family. We are gonna eat some serious food, do some serious hunting. And we're finally going for like straight up a week and a half. Every time I go to our camp in Georgia, I'm in a rush. I can't get everything done I want done. This time, we got lots of time.
Let's see if Jeff likes it. Oh, Jeff, here we go. Jeff. We liked it.
Bro, that wasn't fast food. You're supposed to eat it in front of us.
He didn't even say thank you.
Yeah, he went to the neighbor's yard. I think they feed him something.
Normally I would save the backbones, but since we're traveling, I'm not doing that this time. We're gonna eat some for dinner tonight and then take some to Georgia.
The scavengers have arrived.
There's a pile of them too.
Yeah, Jeff, let's go.
Are you catching anything?
I'm currently surrounded by a bunch of aircraft right now. They're trying to shoot us down.
Look how thick this crappie right here is. That's a big boy, or a big mama. Full of roe.
That's an early spawn too.
Yeah. I hear the tree ducks. Right down the pipe. We're nearing the end of the process here. Look at all the fillets we got. Now this was just a couple hours of fishing one afternoon. And if you were a family wanting to, live off the land, you could freeze these in 4 fillet bags. You have so many good healthy meals. Way better than like tilapia or anything like that. That's one of the cool things about doing a fishing charter. Yeah, they're expensive, but if you minus the amount of groceries you'll have to buy afterwards, it actually doesn't turn out to be that expensive, because if you went and bought that much fish, it would cost about the amount of a fishing charter. I'm deboning them and getting all the stuff that you don't want to eat out. We're going to vacuum seal them up and take them to Georgia and have us one heck of a Thanksgiving feast. Right now the only thing feasting is the birds. I appreciate you watching this video. If you want to see us cook and eat crappie, I have so many crappie videos. Right now we're going to end it though. We got to go home, pack up, head to Georgia, and I'm going to show you all so many cool things in Georgia that I haven't shown you yet, just because I'll have so much extra time. We're going to get into all kinds of cool stuff. But until next time, we'll be seeing y'all.